Marquise wildcard taking on Ed Bellows. I'm now joined by Nathan Yarimovich.
Yeah, I decided to come down to the commentary booth. Wanted to make sure I was in disguise. It's great radio for those who are listening, but if you're here live at the next show, you'll be able to see your favorite IWS and outside talent as well make their commentary debuts in different costumes as well as their regular gear, you know?
Okay. I think the Bret Hart martial arts shorts were a bit of a giveaway, Nathan, but that's just me.
You know what? I don't think the fans out there are, they can get confused by, or they'll, Superman. You can put on sunglasses or just regular glasses, even not even sunglasses, and he's in disguise. So I think this one worked well for me. Got the hood on. It's an extra level.
Nathan Yarimovich will be in the trios main event of this afternoon's event, but right now it's Marquise wildcard taking on the big bruiser Ed Bellows of the Keep, and the last few shows the Keep students haven't really been playing clean, if you will. I mean, you know that better than anybody.
100%. Yeah, they came out last time. They tried to take out Dante Dubois before the match even started, and now we got Ed Bellows. Ooh.
Marquise being a little too quick, almost connects with referee Brendan with that maneuver, covers Bellows.
But you can see why they'd want to bend the rules. If Ed Bellows is an example of what it looks like when they follow the rules, they're getting their keister, kicked left and right in this match here. But a little bit of a turnaround here.
Marquise ducks, trying to use the speed to his advantage against Big Ed, but Bellows catches him.
The strength. You gotta hand it to Ed though on that one. It's not easy lifting up however heavy Marquise is. What, you'd say 180, 190? Right, lifting 190 pounds on its own is difficult, but then you have someone squirming, right, trying to get out of the hold that he had him in, that crossbody. It's not like a punching bag, right? He's a real life, human being with a will and trying to escape that hold, and he still managed to slam him down to the ground. And now we're seeing the impact of that decision, that will.
I'll throw a little note on there too, Nathan. Bellows recently coming back from issues with his knee, but it looks to be in possibly the best shape I've seen him in, and definitely continuing that mean streak that I've seen from him before in previous outings, but making his debut here in the IWS dojo and wants to make it another victory for the Keep students against Marquise wildcard, who has been making his name for quite some time all over Quebec and is not an IWS student per se, but has been welcomed into the fold by the IWS students.
I mean, he makes his appearance from time to time. He's definitely learned a thing or two from the trainers that we have here. So, he could put on his wrestling CV, as it were. Trained under our dojo. Is definitely didn't not learn. Let's put it that way. There is. It's impossible to come to the IWS dojo and not learn anything. So.
Oh, of course. I mean, such fine, such fine minds here, and especially with these New Blood Series events, a lot of veterans here too can share a lot of their knowledge, a lot of their, just only a 2 count, a lot of their, insight to the world of wrestling and what to do, what not to do. Definitely anybody here who wants to come down to the IWS dojo, don't take it for granted the opportunities that are presented by the premier training facility in all of Montreal.
Door is always open, just a DM away, and knowledge could be yours. Stand on the shoulder of giants here. But going back to Ed Bellows for a moment, I just want to bring this up, right? We saw him counter, right, chop there, and counter in that he just ate it. And you were saying, he's coming back from injury. Maybe that injury is paying dividends. He understands what real pain feels like. And he's able to go, you know what? that chop, nowhere near the pain that put me on the shelf for several months. I'm just going to eat it and kick. No, I'm going to kick her ass.
Stretching back Marquise. I mean, that's some good insight there, Nathan. I mean, what separates Bellows a lot from the other Keep students is, like, his more rougher and tougher style. I mean, we see a lot of Keep students, more athletic, a lot of speed. Ed Bellows is slow and methodical and makes everything count, as we're seeing repeated stretching in the back of Marquise wildcard.
Well, as we say, mass moves mass, and Ed Bellows, I was saying before, he may be a little bit heavy, but Marquise, though, using his strength as well, maybe a little bit more resilience than strength, now a little bit of skill as he takes the big man down. The
mass youngster from Paris, Marquise wildcard, dropping Ed Bellows repeatedly.
That's it. Ducks under, hits the ropes, flying cross body. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
Two being shown to Marquise from referee Brendan. Want to find official 2 here in Montreal.
So at this point, both gentlemen in the ring have shown physical toughness and mental intelligence, but I think what will end this match is figuring out who's mentally the toughest here.
Bellows able to catch Marquise. Marquise flips backwards. Discus connects with the roaring elbow. Oh, lariat big time from Ed Bellows.
And again, taking that rolling elbow, falling back into the ropes, using the momentum to drive Marquise into the ground. And despite being flatter than gum on the side of the road, still managed to get a shoulder out.
Ooh, I hate stepping in that. Yeah. Hate it. Especially you, because,
the bare feet.
The bare feet.
Well, I got the flip-flops on, so I'll be protected.
For your protection.
Yeah,
for your protection.
And again, rarely does a piece of gum get its shoulder off the ground, but Marquise in this case did, and responds in kind with a big flurry of offense there.
Jumping kick from Marquise with a little spin. Moves in, catches Bellows almost like a standing, shining wizard.
1, 2. And a big kick out at 2. And again, the mental game has to be respected here and acknowledged, because, again, they're both showing physical toughness and physical strength.
But you can see the toll being taken on Ed Bellows, the bigger of the two, huffing wind, trying to regain his bearings as Marquise
is asking the crowd, he's asking himself, what do I need to do to keep him down for 3 seconds? That's all it is. It's 3 seconds. But it seems like an eternity when you're in that 18-foot by 18-foot square.
Oh, runs right into Brendan.
And that's not good for Ed Bellows, despite the opportunity.
Wait a minute.
He's giving himself.
Speaking of Ed Bellows, that's a ring, one of his rings. Oh, corrects Marquise with it.
He still needs Brandon, our referee, to count the 3.
Marquise looks out, and Ed Bellows is going to steal this one. But again, another dirty victory from Keep representatives.
But there you go. A win is a win. In the column, in the books.